Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm sure the whole House will wish to join me in offering our best wishes to His Royal Highness Prince Harry and Meghan Markle on their wedding this Saturday, and the very best for their future lives together.
It is Mental Health Awareness Week this week, Mr. Speaker, and I join the Prime Minister in wishing Harry and Meghan all the best and thank Harry for the work that he's done in highlighting the need to challenge the stigma surrounding mental health. When the Prime Minister wrote at the weekend that she wanted as little friction as possible, was she talking about EU trade or the next Cabinet meeting?
If he's talking about friction, perhaps he could reflect on the fact that this month the Shadow Health Minister in the Lords voted for a second referendum, that at the weekend the Shadow Brexit Secretary refused to rule out a second referendum, and on Monday the Shadow International Development Minister tweeted in favour of a second referendum. His position was that we should have triggered Article 50 immediately after the referendum. With no work having been done in preparation for the negotiations, he wouldn't even have had a white page, let alone a white paper, to base his negotiations on. And what would that have led to? What Labour do every time in government? They'd have sold Britain out. We now have record levels of employment in this country. What did we see under Labour? 500,000 more people unemployed, because Labour governments always leave office with more people out of work than when they went in.
Can I congratulate the Prime Minister on record numbers of zero-hours contracts, record numbers of people in-work poverty, and a record of wages lower today than they were 10 years ago?
Well, can I say to my honourable friend that our thoughts, as we approach the anniversary of the appalling tragedy that was the Grenfell Tower fire, our thoughts are with the victims and survivors and all those affected. And I've worked closely with my right honourable friends, the Chancellor and the Housing Secretary, and I can today confirm that the Government will fully fund the removal and replacement of dangerous cladding by councils and housing associations, estimated at £400 million, and the Housing Secretary will set out further details later this week.